In this lesson, we will look at the structure of the heart. We have looked at the fact that the heart is a part of a system called the double circulatory system. The double circulatory system consists of the heart, blood vessels, and blood. We will look at the structure of the heart, and before we do so, I will take a look at an introduction slide before we proceed to look at the heart in detail. Now, your heart, or as you grow, should be the size of a fist, your fist. And the heart is a very important organ, right? It works non-stop. And as such, the heart has thick muscular walls. We have touched on the fact that the heart has two pumps, and now I'm going to say that the structure of the heart is such that the way it is made up, we can classify the heart as being divided into two pumps. Right, so the two pumps that we see would be a pump on the left and one on the right. We will look at how the heart functions as two pumps in more detail later on. For now, I want to introduce the fact that the heart, which consists of two pumps, left side and right side, we say that each pump has two chambers. That means if each pump has two chambers, we are looking at four chambers in total. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what we are going to do, and you're going to take it down as a note as well, is that I want to classify what are the names of these chambers. So I'm going to draw a simple box diagram. And while we know that the two pumps are divided into left and right, I want to name the chambers, and we refer to the upper chambers as atriums and the lower chambers as ventricles. Right, so we have two upper chambers called atriums. Atrium, plural being atria. Right, so let me change that. Right, so singular is atrium, plural is atria. Right, so we have two atrium at the top, or two atria, and two ventricles at the bottom. So 1 and 3 would be classified as atria, and 2 and 4 as ventricles. So you're going to take down the little diagram that I have at the bottom, and I'm also going to redraw our structure of the heart as a box showing 1 and 3 as our atria, and 2 and 4 as our ventricles. So you're also going to take down the sketches at the bottom here and be able to identify the fact that the heart consists of two pumps, left and right. The heart also consists of four chambers, where each pump has two chambers. The upper chambers are called atrium. The lower chambers are called ventricles. And you should be able to look at a diagram of the heart, and later on we'll look at this, and be able to tell which chambers are the atria, and which chambers are the ventricles. Let's examine these atria, and ventricles in more detail. So I have said that the human heart consists of 4 chambers. We call our 2 upper chambers the atria, and I'm going to renumber them once more for clarity. And so I'm reading from the slides. We have said that the human heart consists of 4 chambers. The 2 upper chambers are called the atria, so that's 1 and 3. And the 2 lower chambers are called the ventricles, which is 2 and 4. You also need to be able to differentiate the atria and the ventricles by right and left. Remember that right versus left on the page differs from your version of your right hand and your left hand, right? So it's as if we're looking at a mirror image. So to clarify, the atrium can be classified as right atrium, left atrium, and the ventricles can be classified as right ventricle and left ventricle. Reading from the second point, we have said that the heart consists of 2 sides or 2 pumps, the right side and the left side. So we have a left pump and a right pump. And from the 2 other points on the slide, we say that the right side of the heart, which contains or is a pump, that side of the heart pumps blood to the lungs. And we say that the left side of the heart pumps blood to the rest of the body. You have to take note of these points, and as we go through the structure of the heart, I'm going to explain these points. So once again, the right side of the heart, which is the right atrium and the right ventricle, will assist in pumping blood to the lungs, and the left side of the heart, which is the left atrium and the left ventricle, will assist in pumping blood to the rest of the body.